right. They don't even understand that you don't. You know, the way we grew up, you're supposed to spend no more than 10 or 20% of what you make. You know what I'm saying? So you can have something.
Just being with him everywhere, seeing nice things all the time since I was born. So I always knew that he was doing something. I mean, I don't know, it could have been anything. So I had a fun childhood, crazy childhood.
He was able to do it because, you know, like financially, I was supporting the idea, and I believed he could do it. He had moved to California and was working with acting coaches, and his dad didn't know that he was actually doing that.
What's the best memory of 50 Cent?
Best memory of 50 Cent? Ever since I met 50 Cent, he's always been stand-up and probably the most truthful person I've ever met.
Lil Meech got Richard Millie's Chrome Hard jeans, 10,000. I buy some Chrome Hards for 10,000. I might wear them shits for a month, bro.
Recently, 50 Cent came under fire from Big Meech, who claimed that he had turned his son, Lil Meech, against him. As everyone knows, 50 and Big Meech recently got into a heated argument because Meech, after being released from prison, started seeing Rick Ross, and Lil Meech was caught in the middle. Initially, Lil Meech made an effort to maintain 50's favor by claiming that he was only loyal to 50. But now that he and his father are singing something else, simply put, they declared their unwavering loyalty to Rick Ross. 50 recently questioned Big Meech's parenting skills and accused him of fostering substance misuse and irresponsible spending in Lil Meech. It appears like Big Meech is furious about this. Because of this, the father-son combo is trying to get even with 50, and there are allegations that they are working with Floyd Mayweather and Rick Ross to establish their own BMF. What plans does Big Meech have to return at 50? What was 50's opinion on Big Meech's poor parenting of Lil Meech? We need to dissect this. Supporters who believe Ross and Floyd will assist Big Meech and his son in any way are stating that they are in for another surprise. According to some, these two are going to be defrauded of their remaining funds.
You know what I'm saying? From the hood to Hollywood that you gotta have, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you getting it. You know what I'm saying? See, people never seen how I really put it down, because unless you a part of that, I'm not gonna let you see that. The only thing you're gonna see is us enjoying ourselves. That's what you're supposed to.
Big Meech will not permit 50 Cent to play with his name as a result. The BMF kingpin is pursuing revenge after 50 ridiculed Meech's parenting habits and basically charged him with having a bad impact on his son, Lil Meech. As a result, 50 Cent broke off his friendship with Lil Meech and started making threats that BMF would lose his job. Lil Meech wasted no time trying to make amends. He hit up 50 consecutive songs to keep his favor and demonstrated that the pick of Big Meech with. All of this controversy began because Rick Ross was purely a businessman. Message 50, Lil Meech wrote, F Ross, but he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until our next season starts. Dude, this internet is driving me insane. Even though he knew me in real life, 50 I wasn't interested in listening to it. By giving Lil Meech a clap back, he effectively informed him that his time on the show was ended. After asking, what next season, little ninja? 50 then posted a picture of Lil being clowned. Meech for joking that his next career would be Love and Hip Hop Atlanta as a result of losing his spot on BMF and fumbling the bag. 50 returned to Big Meech and Rick Ross, testing their parenting skills and finding old receipts, but they weren't done yet. I'll call Mona Scott for him later today, he continued. To further critique, 50 used an old video of Lil Meech and Ross's child, Toy Roberts, together. Ross did not assist the Finney family during Big Meech's imprisonment, as Ross and Meech pointed out. 50 stated, why didn't the old boy look out for NIME and send him to acting school? All your out and about people did nothing for him, Big Screech stated. After you've effed him up, you return home believing that you're the Black Pablo Escobar. 50 went on to remind everyone that he was the one who kept the Finney family together during Big Meech's imprisonment, but Lil Meech spent all of the money he had obtained. Profiting from the BMF show, 50 asserted, I helped your family make over $5 million legit dollars. It's not my fault. It's all gone. Fans initially said that 50 was wrong to cut off Lil Meech so quickly after Big Meech teamed up with Rick Ross, but some countered that after everything he had done for the Fainer family, he had every right to feel betrayed. Numerous professionals also shared their thoughts on the subject. One, Intoxicated, said he didn't understand how Lil Meech. According to Big Meech, 50's reply to that SNS was overly courteous, especially considering that 50 had treated his father disrespectfully. If that had been 50, Bowie made it clear that he would have chastised him for it.
About Meech, bro, I don't know. Lil Meech ain't like his response. It seemed like he got a genuine kind of love for 50 on his response. But, you know, my response, nigga, fuck you, nigga. Nigga, that's my daddy. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. Nigga, let's go to war. Nigga, fuck you. And everything you, nigga, fuck you. I don't know what Meech was on something. Nigga, that's my paw, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Right, wrong, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Is my son, nigga, you nigga, I ain't gonna go against this grain. Fuck that. I was like, damn, you know, like, seemed like him and 50 got a, you know, cause after that thing came out, how Meech was talking all, you know, like, no, nigga, fuck all y'all. I'm with my dad, nigga, you know, I ain't like it.
To Bowie, 50 Cent said that he had done more for Lil Meech than Big Meech had ever done since he could no longer stomach it. I did more for Mimi than anyone in his life, Boozy, according to 50i, who shared a video of Boo's interview. He also stated that I would always be the first person he phones to help him out if he gets locked up. However, that's not the whole fact. In another Instagram post, 50 also disclosed that he previously paid for Lil Meech to check himself into a rehab center after learning that he was addicted to whip, often referred to as laughing gas, and gave an explanation of why things didn't work out. He hinted that envy was the real issue between him and Lil Meech, noting that he didn't appreciate how close 50 and Lil Meech grew while he was incarcerated. According to his writing, I believe he was uneasy about my friendship with Mimi. He's doing X like it's cool, and I'm telling Mimi that I don't want that. As he tells me how much money he wasted, I beg Mimi to calm down and stop with her spending. Nobody knows that I had to put Mimi in a recovery facility. On set, Russell Hornsby became so high that he started throwing up during a weapons test. I was informed by Ian that the small man had whippets in his pickup. What the f is whippets? In my voice, and examined it. Even though they are 50 years old, Big Meech and Lil Meech are taking a stand and making some daring actions instead of giving in. The same Rick Ross that Lil Meech had declared he had no affection for in his text message to 50 only weeks before, they are now swearing loyalty to him. Not only that, but the father-son team is also collaborating with Floyd Mayweather, another of 50's long-standing opponents. Ross and Lil Meech were out in Miami recently. Floyd, too. To make sure 50 felt it, he posted images of the two of them on Instagram along with the comment, "Real Power," which references 50's Power character. A few days later, Lil Meech released another enigmatic Instagram post in which he disclosed that he and Big Meech were connected to Floyd. He merely added a caption with the shushing face emoji, implying that they were getting ready for something important. Big Meech and Lil Meech are rumored to be moving forward with a business deal with Floyd.
Well, Big Meech and Lil Meech looks like they are officially partners with Floyd Mayweather. Now, they're being very tight-lipped about the venture, but my guess is it is going to be big. Floyd Mayweather is a very, very competitive person, and he will pull out all the stops in his attempt to beat 50 Cent.
Although no one is entirely certain of Big Meech and his son's current plans with Floyd and Ross, there are whispers that they are developing a new television program or movie about the Black Mafia family that would be different from the BMF series on Stars from the 1950s. To be precise, Ross himself declared a few weeks ago that he would like to make his own BMF movie.
Yeah. So look, I do want to do a BMF film because you've been entertained by a lackluster, small budget series. Now it's time to do a big budget film. Which director? Shout out to my homie F. Gary Gray. Antoine Fuqua, what's up? Tarantino. It's a lot of legends. This is gonna be big. I can feel it. I'm just talking.
Ross would have to get 50 Cent's okay before he could move forward with that movie concept, so he could have to change his mind. According to people familiar with the situation, 50 still owns the TV and movie rights to the BMF tale, and that won't be changing anytime soon, even with all of the current drama between 50 and Meech, TMZ reported. In addition, TMZ revealed that 50's G-Unit film division is already working on Tammy Cowan's biography to further the BMF narrative. As a result, many people are now genuinely backing 50, and they're also claiming that Lil Meech wasted the opportunity of a lifetime and criticized him for it. Lil Meech wasted all of his BMF earnings without investing or saving a dime, according to insiders. In just a few years, he was spending millions of dollars on luxury clothes and jewelry, and he wasn't even trying to conceal his spending patterns. On social media, he even boasted about owning an iced-out watch that cost $2 million and shared photos of himself sporting special chrome hearts jeans.
Elliot charged me $200,000 just for this Cuban. This Cuban is like 1,100 grams. It's chunky, real big. I really can't have this on for longer than 3 or 4 hours. My neck started hurting. You know, you might find a regular Cuban for 50 or for 100 maybe, but it's 200 just for a kilo. 3 just for a penny. This is an article. It's the big boys. This thing called it an article. It's the chandelier. I might have seen those a Cali with this one. It's the big boy. $2 million.
Tony Yao further alleges that Lil Meech squandered $5 million without making any investments to better position himself for the future, instead spending it on jewelry, automobiles, clothing, and other goods. Also, Meech displayed extreme conceit, even urging Lil Baby and others that they ought to give Big Meech money. Yao disclosed that Lil Meech was pleading for money while shelling out $100,000 for jeans.
You know, he's still awaiting his case.
Okay.
You know, he's still sitting in jail.
Right.
But recently, I had Day 26 come do my show.
I think I've seen some of that interview, yeah.
Right. So I start talking to him, and, you know, I start talking to Q from Day 26, and he's talking about how, you know, you have sober Diddy, then you have high Diddy. And, you know, you kind of have a different person depending on who you catch on that day. And he starts talking about how he read this one email, and he couldn't go into the details, but it had something to do with sacrifices and so forth. And he started to cry. And then the rest of Day 26 started to cry. Like, that's never happened to me. I've had people cry in my interviews, but I've never seen a whole group of men start to cry at the same time.
I don't get it. I don't know why somebody would do that to.
So you gotta think mentally what them went through over there, the Tanity Canes, the Day 26. Because if making you treating this artist like that, damn, that shit crazy.
Even stranger is the fact that Lil Meech admitted that he had no idea what to do next and was lost and clueless when he initially connected with 50. Nonetheless, 50 saw potential in him, mentored him, and even paid for his 2 years of acting practice. Remember that 50 had the option to hire someone with real experience and save money instead of taking that risk, but he chose to bet on Lil Meech.
Still trying to find myself. My dad was calling me from jail every day. He was like, man, what you gonna do? I don't know. I always knew I wanted to be my own person. It's just hard, you know, to live up to my dad's name. And he called me one day, he's like, man, you're looking at Terrence Howard and Nipsey Hussle. I don't know if you're gonna be able to play me, but you gotta go to acting class so you can get ready. So I met 50. 50 put me in acting class for 2 years in LA. Invested in me, paid for the acting class. I had to go every day, 2 times a day, 5 days a week. In the morning, in the afternoon, come back home, study again, do the same thing the next day.
Wow, a ball player.
Yeah, but I put in the work though, and it showed me that 50 couldn't get me the job. I had to get myself the job. My dad couldn't get me the job. They would have hired somebody else that already had acting experience. I had no experience, so I was coming from it.
After 50 gambled on Lil Meech and gave him the opportunity of a lifetime, You would think that Meech would have been extra cautious not to spoil it, but it appears that he thought he could live the high life indefinitely with someone just giving him millions of dollars along the way. When 50 and Big Meech's quarrel began, supporters were genuinely sorry for Lil Meech and even started approaching 50 to tell him that he was mistaken to punish Lil Meech for his father's behavior. But now that fans are taking control of the situation, people are starting to think poorly of 50 after Lil Meech started hanging out with Ross and Floyd Mayweather and basically rubbing it in his face. The fact that Lil Meech publicly attacked Ross just a few weeks ago and swore allegiance to 50 makes this very troubling. Fans are already furious about the latest allegations that Big Meech and Lil Meech will work with Floyd Mayweather and Rick Ross on a BMF movie. Tammy Cowens, who helped bring the 50 Cent BMF series to stars, purchased Big Meech's life rights, so many people are saying it won't work. Therefore, Tammy is now the legal owner of Meech's story. Thus, it's unknown how things will turn out if Big Meech and his son are trying to make their own version with Ross and Floyd. Will they have to buy the rights back? Are they developing the plot in an entirely different way, or is? Tell us what you think about this. First, did 50 Cent have the right idea when he said that Lil Meech was negatively impacted by Big Meech? Secondly, are Big Meech and his son making a smart business move by forming an alliance with Ross and Floyd Mayweather, or are they putting themselves at risk? Don't forget to leave a comment below so you don't miss this next video.